guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley, and today I'm going to show you how to edit an IMVU photo and how to put pictures together for a slideshow. Now, before I get into the editing part, I'm going to tell you how I got my pictures. When you go on IMVU, you can get pictures, take pictures many different ways. One way is by taking a picture like you normally do on IMVU, or you can take a picture with no background. And the way you would do that is, doesn't matter where you're at, as long as you're positioned in a way that your head's not cut off and neither is your feet. And then you want to type in star, which is Shift 8 to get that star symbol, and then HIRESNOBG, all one word. And then you enter that, and what it will do, it will create a screenshot of your avatar, and it'll put it on your desktop, so that way if you wanted to have a custom background, that's the way to do it. And the transparent image that I took in IMVU, or on IMVU, sorry, I did it in the shop. So, like, the stuff that my avatar is wearing is the stuff that's on my wish list currently. And so that's one way you can take a picture with stuff that you have in the shop and don't have to worry about buying it. Now, this is how you're going to edit. First, you're going to open up GIMP. And the way I do it is I will pick a background for my pictures. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to right click, and then you're going to click on Edit with GIMP. Now, in the description, I'm going to have some links down below. The links are going to be for GIMP, so you can download GIMP, DeviantArt, so you can get brushes for GIMP, and then dafont.com, where I get my fonts from. And all those links will be down below. So right now I'm just waiting for GIMP to load, and sometimes, depending how much files are in GIMP, like how much brushes and fonts, will determine how fast the GIMP will load. Well, while we're waiting for this to load, at the end of this video, why don't you smash a like for this video if you liked it. Leave a comment down below if there's any tutorials that you want me to do in the near future. Or even just plain old videos you want to see me do. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Ashley, and if you would like to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and then next to the subscribe button is the bell icon. When you click that, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. Sorry it's taking so long, but looks like it's about ready to open. Okay. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to maximize this. This is going to be your main working space. Sorry, gotta adjust these. Alright. Now that you have your main layer, which is this layer here, which is your background, now what you want to do, you want to hit the File button and then click Open Layer. Now this is where you're going to pick the transparent image that you took on IMVU. You can take as many as you want. I would say take at least 4 different poses or different looks. So if one isn't working the way you want to, you have others to choose from. And also the background that I got from, I believe it was from Bing.com, but there's different types of backgrounds you can get. You can go to Bing or you can go to Google for your backgrounds. And this particular one was from Bing. So I'm going to choose my pictures, and I think I'm going to go with this one. Open. Now this is going to be the picture you're using. So to position this, you want to click this little cross here with all the arrows on it. Click that. And then here you want to click Move the Active Layer. Because if you do this one, it'll move the bottom layer. And you don't want that. So click this. And then move this down about here. Now we're going to resize it. Now there's 2 ways you can resize it. You can go to Layer and then click Scale Layer, or you can go to this Layer tool, which is this button right here, and then you would click on the image and you can scale it that way. And to make sure the proportions are even, you see this little link here, you click that, now it's linked together, and now the proportions won't change. So you click this to where you want it. You might have to do this a couple times just to get it the right size. So just keep playing with it till you get it to where you want it to look. If you want, this tool here flips it, so this is what it look like. If that's what you wanted. And actually I'll do like the way that is. But I'm going to scale this one more time. Just a little bit. Not much. Just so I can get all of my avatar in the background. I say about there. Okay, now that you have your layered image where you want it, now you're going to want to create a new layer. Click OK. Now there's many different things you can do to customize this. Like you could add a border. Like for here, go to Filters, go to decor, and then here you can do many different things. You have a fuzzy background, or sorry, border. To see what that looks like, you click that, and then you click the color you want, and I think I'm gonna go with a nice cherry red. So you click OK. Border size, I'm thinking probably about 40. You can go as high or low as you want. This is your image. And you can, if you don't like the way it is, you can undo it and then you can redo it the way you want it to look. So I'm going to do something like that and click OK just to see what it looks like. And this picture here is what it looks like with the border. And I think that looks pretty good, so I'm going to keep it as is. So now you want to do is click create layer, click OK. And now I'm going to put in my name. This little A button here is the text tool. You click that, and here you can size the letters, or I'm sorry, the font the way you want, or text. So I'm gonna make this about 80. Then I'm just going to click it here. Now I'll put in my name. I'd say that's about right. Now here you can change the font, you can change the size of your text, you can even center. If you go down here where it says justify, here you can have either left hand side, which is where it's at now. This button here is the right justify, which puts it on the right side, and then center, which is where I'm going to have it, and then this one is filled. But I want to choose center because that's the way I like it. Now I'm going to change the color. You can do either here or here, doesn't matter. And just choose the color you want. And I want to go with white. Just plain old white. Click OK. And I think I'm going to make this a tad bit bigger, so I'm going to go about 150. I'm going to keep it there the way it is right now, just for the time being. I'm going to move it to where I'm going to want it, which would be about here. Actually, I'm going to put it there instead. Then, I'm going to click back the text, click inside the box, and then I'm going to change the font. Now, see this box right here, it says text? Underneath it is where you get your fonts. Now, some of these fonts I got on defont.com, which again, I'll leave the link down below so you can get fonts for GIMP as well. And they have many different ones to choose from. So, I think there's like over like 1 million or so fonts you can choose from. But in order to get those, though, you have to have some type of zip file opener, because that's what they come in, is a zip file. And I can also put a link down in the description if you don't have a zip file opener, or you can go down Google and type in zip file opener. So I'm going to choose a font, and this is where I'm going to just play around and see which font works for me. Again, you don't have to do this. You can have it as have the font the way you want it. That one don't quite work for me, so I'm going to keep finding one that does work for me. You could also put in a phrase, put words, and a little bit after I do this font, I'm actually going to show you how to put some like flowers and stuff like that on the image as well. Now, as I'm going through the fonts to try and find the font that I want, when you do like stamps, well, the stamps are considered brushes, and they have different designs for brushes, so they can customize the image the way you want it to look. But the best advice I can give you is don't go overboard, because then it'll start looking tacky, and then it won't look as good. So try to limit how many how much stuff you put on your image, because you don't want to take the focal point of your avatar, because that's kind of the point of making your own profile picture or display picture, however you want to call it. Actually, I think I know which one best. I'm going to choose I'm gonna do this one. I like this one. So I'm going to move this here the way I want it to. And now I have that the way I want it. Now I'm gonna click and make a new layer. And then I'm going to click the brush tool. And now this is where your brushes are. This is where you can choose your brushes. But first I'll choose the color that you're going to use. And for this, I think I'm going to do, I'm going to say a light purple. And if you want to do, I have stuff come back here, move this layer underneath the name, or just like that. Then click the layer that you're using, and then you would choose the image you want. I do like flowers, and I do like butterflies. Okay, I'm going to choose this one right here. Like I said before, all these brush designs I got from deviantart.com, and I'll leave that link in the description so you can get some brushes that you want for GIMP. Now this is going to be important because, as you can see, this is very small. So this is the size scaler here, and if you bring it up, it'll bring it so you can see. So I'm gonna click Now, the reason I'm clicking it a couple times because when you first click it, it's kind of dim. Now, if you like it like that, you can leave it. But I click a few times so that way it'll kind of bold it out a little bit. And if there's something you don't like that you put on here, you can do Ctrl Z and it gets rid of it. Just that simple. But I'm going to do something like that. Maybe one more here. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then I want flowers. I'll make this just a tad bit bigger. Now I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to show you what it is. This angle tool lets you position the brush so like it can be on a slant like this. That's what this will look like. If you do it the other way, it'll be the same thing but in reverse. But this, I'm going to have on a slant but not so much. And I'm going to put this like right here. And because I want to see it, I'm going to bold it. Then I'm going to do one here. And I kind of like that. I think that's pretty. Like I said, I'm not going to go too wild on creating this because you don't want to do too much. So now what I'm going to do, since I like everything the way it is, I'm going to resize this image now. The way you're going to resize it, and every photo that or display picture that you want on your IMVU profile card or homepage, the image size has to be 160 by 220. If it's too big, they will not allow you to upload it. And if it's too small, it'll be very hard to see your image. So always make sure your image is 160 by 220. And to do that, you click Image, click Scale Image, and see this little link here that I showed with the scaler? Unclick that and then highlight this here. Make sure it's 160 by 220. Or sorry, 220. And click Scale. The reason it's this small because this here has it zoomed up by 33.3. So to see what it looks like normally, you would put that on 100%, and that's your resized image. What you do once you see that you like what you've done, you would click File, Export As, and this can either be a PNG file, JPEG, those two will be your main files for photos, but I'm going to keep it as a PNG. I'm going to put this on the desktop so I can find it. Then highlight where it says Untitled, and I'm going to call this Raylan Rose, and then click Export. I'm going to click all these. You don't have to, but I do it, and click Export. Now it's on your desktop. Now, what you want to do, because we're now going to go on to the slideshow part, what you want to do is you want to discard this image. You're not throwing it away. You're just getting off this workspace here. And do not close out GIMP because you need GIMP to make the slideshow. So click Discard Changes. I have to do it again. Now, for your slideshow, there's a couple pointers I can give you. Like, one is when you do your slideshow, try to make sure you don't throw on too many pictures, because if the file is too heavy, IMVU will not let you upload it as your display picture. So make sure you keep the maximum level number of pictures to about 5 or 6 in the slideshow. And I personally think making a slideshow is really more beneficial than just making one display picture, because that gives you a chance to really expand your creativity and make many different pictures and then throw it together in one file so that you can show off, you know, some of your creativity skills. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a picture for the base of my slideshow, and the picture you choose will be the first photo in the slideshow. So I'm going to click this one because it's the one I just made, and to open it like that, I'm going to expand that, and then what I do, I go to my folders. You don't have to do this if your pictures are already on your desktop, but mine are all over the place, so I have to do extra steps. So you don't have to do this, so if you don't want to, you can skip this part. Okay. Now that you have your base, and you know that's your base because it's the first photo in your layers panel. Now to open up the next photo, I'm just going to have 2. You can have more than that, but like I said, try to keep it about 5 to 6 photos in the slideshow. So to get the other image is you would open as layers, and then you would pick the picture that you wanted. So I'm going to pick this one. And now I have 2 pictures. Now what you want to do, and you'll know the order because this one's the first one because it's the one you had open first, and then the one you see now is the layer that you just opened, and that'll be the second picture. Now what you want to do is go to filters and go down to animation, and then click on optimize for GIF or GIF, however you want to say it. Expand that. Now on this side, on the layers panel, you're gonna want to change this number at least in the 1,000 range, between 1,000 and 2,000. Now I'm going to show you why, because if you keep it to wait, this here is how fast your slideshow is going to go. So what you want to do, so you can see how fast it goes, is go to filters, go down animation, and click playback. This is going to show you what it looks like and how fast it goes. And as you can see, it goes pretty fast. So what you want to do is click out of that, and then click on the image in the layers panel, and then right click it, go up to edit layer attributes, click that, and where you see the number 100, click between the 1 and the 0 and put in your number. Now you can make this 1,000. You can make, I personally think, in my opinion, just make sure it's between 1,000 and 2,000. Nothing higher, nothing lower. Anything lower, make it too fast. Anything higher, make it too slow. And just play with it. So I'm going to just make it 1,000. Click OK. You want to do the same thing to the bottom layer. Click OK. Now, go back to Filters. Click Re-Show Playback. And click Play. I think that's pretty good, but I think it can go a little bit slower for me. So again, this is your slideshow, so if this is as fast as you want it, then keep it as is, or if you think you want to go a little bit slower, then just change the number. And I think I'm going to make this 1200 instead of 1000. Make sure if you change the top, you do the same to the bottom, just like in math. And then do Filters, Re-Show, hit play. I think that's good. That's slow enough, and it's still a decent speed. So you click out of that, and now you have your slideshow. And now what you want to do, since you have all your photos, and for me this is enough photos for me for this slideshow, I'm going to click File, go all the way down to Export. Now I'm going to name this Braylon Bros Slideshow. Now this part is the most important part. You have to make sure this is a GIF file, GIF, because if it's not, it will not work as a slideshow. So you want to make sure when you do this, you should put .gif, and then click Export. Now this is going to be important. You're going to leave everything the way it is, except for you're going to click, see where it says As Animation, you're going to click that box, and then Export. Don't touch anything else. Now it's on your desktop. You're going to minimize this, and then you're going to click the slideshow you just made so you can see what it looks like when uploaded. And that's the slideshow. And then once you're done with the slideshow, you would go on to IMVU like you normally do and upload the slideshow as if you're uploading a edited plain photo or image. And then you click Save. I wanted to thank you guys for watching my tutorial. And if there's any more tutorials you would like to see me do, please leave a comment down below and I'll try to do those. Also, if you would like me to do a video on YouTube about IMVU, to kind of describe what IMVU is and how to get hooked up with it and things of that nature, please leave a comment down below and I will do a face video about that. And maybe in the near future I can actually show you what IMVU is. Or you can go look up on YouTube what IMVU is. So have a great night. Again, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.